see me so long? Welcome to the Tempest Universe. Manny, today's special, robbing with fried rice.
China.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
It's China to me, China.
Army officers say the missile, found sometime last week, has been inspected at Roswell, New Mexico, and sent to Wright Field, Ohio, for further inspection.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside.
China.
This is the Tempest Universe, man. Hold on to your ass. You're in for a hell of a ride.
Welcome to the Tempest Universe podcast. I am your host, Manny, and that's who I am. Apparently, the last time that I did a video on here, the volume was not loud enough, and I know now you're going to say, oh, it's too loud. Move back from the mic. It's hot. I don't even know. We'll have to figure it out when the audio nonsense is put out there. But hey, what's up? It is barely, Monday? You know how we hate Monday? Now, usually I in the past, I've been doing the podcast on Sundays, but the Pentagon, the Department of Defense, and everyone has fucked up UFOs for us. We can't get good UFO stories. Right now, all they're doing is replaying and going over the same shit over and over. Hopefully, because of all the nonsense they put in the last DIA, hopefully we'll get stories from real people like you and I who are getting probed on the daily. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great to see a report to Congress that talks about how people are getting it in the booty and they're not talking about taxes? Because that's what's coming around the corner for you guys who are contemplating doing shortcuts and finding anything you can to get out of paying taxes. Let's be honest about that. It's a way of the world is where we're at. We're stuck with taxes, fuckers. Anyway, there was a lack of reporting this week thanks to, fucking Congress. The unintelligent committee, and their need for someone to give them information. What the fuck are you in that committee for? If you don't know nothing, come on. Hey, what's up to Green Man? He's out there. What's up? What's up to Sightings on 18 Wheels, also known on here as GameVid, another Asgardian. There he is. Listen, it's a dry. It's like a lot of people refer to January and February as the dry months, when it comes to liquor and eating freely, because everybody has New Year's resolutions. So they don't want to drink. They don't want to be fatties. And so guess what happens? Not a lot of good sales of the good food. People stop drinking liquor. For what? You're lying to yourself. In March and the February, you'll be back again. Maybe a little thinner, hopefully, but if not, guess what? I'll be there. I'm not going to judge you. That's what's happening with the probing and aliens. Everyone's sitting around waiting for the New Year's resolution from the government. We'll still be here, waiting for real stories. Anyway, there is exactly 2 stories to cover. Damn. That's what we got. Everything else looked like shit. There was a lot of stories about SpaceX because they launched a rocket and they made a spiral in the sky. Nice looking thing, right? If you were drunk as a skunk, you'd think that was a UFO or alien super portal time traveling ready to come and get you. But luckily for us, there are people out there with the brains to dispel this kind of stuff and say, no, it's not what it is. It was Elon again. Elon's fucking around with space. So no one caught that. But we do have 2 other stories, though. Two of them, actually. These are things that we've said on the podcast, especially last year, over and over again For those of you who don't believe me, the shit like this is on the minds of other people, especially the ones that are causing the problem. Yeah, so we're going to talk about that because I'm not the only one that thinks the way that I do. I'm just a bit more vocal about it. You know, among other ways that I express myself. But before we get started, before we do this 2 lonely, tiny stories, I want to thank you for listening. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and tell your friends about it. Now that we're on YouTube, you know, the YouTube robot or the AI likes shorter episodes anyway. You know, the only good thing is that I can kind of like on the fly come up here and do like a mock breaking news. You know, someone just got abducted in Central Park or something like that. And probably returned really quickly. Anyway, we're going to get this started with the bad music because I know you love it. And it's coming to actually, this bad music is ending sooner than later. But enjoy it.
You could try to play it, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, you check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play it, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft, you can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life, better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss, just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we talked about this next article several times over the last maybe 3 years. It's come up several conversations, especially since Perseverance was shot over to Mars and has been going around collecting samples. Get ready for COVID 109. COVID 109. That's what's coming your way because they can't get the shit right. They can't. They had articles a couple of years ago that talked about no matter what NASA does, no matter how clean they might keep an environment where they're working on these projects, such as Perseverance or Percy, that whenever they shoot these things into space, they still have microbial life attached to them from Earth. That's why they can't trust any readings from these machines. That's why there's always this amount of uncertainty about these contraptions, because they're dirty. They're dirty objects. Now, let's put the flip side of that. The flip side is that now we have, Percy. Percy's been grabbing stuff and sticking tubes in it of samples from Mars. So what do you think is going to happen? Who the fuck is going to clean those samples all the way hell out on Mars, on the surface of Mars? Nobody. Percy can't do it. The damn thing is as dirty as it can be. So now come in the year 2033. 2033, the European Space Agency is going to, magically, I guess, which I don't know. I don't know how the fuck they're going to do this, but they're going to retrieve 15 samples from Perseverance to bring back to the planet Earth. So what happens? A few years ago, no one would have given two shits about, a pandemic. No one would have given a damn. But now what's happening is we got royally screwed. Royally screwed because someone, somewhere, China, fucked up this virus, let it go, and caused a major pandemic. So what do you do now? Now even the scientists are freaking out about bringing things back from Mars. So now they're going to have what they're billing as the Fort Knox of specimens that are coming from outer space, where they get retrieved from 4.2 far. So now they're going to use these to protect us. I mean, I'm sure, people in Wuhan thought they had a fucking Fort Knox there too. But apparently we can build one better than that. We can actually build a Fort Knox that can hold minute microscopic biological entities that we might bring back from Mars. I don't even think it's a might, it's a will. We will bring back from Mars. There will be a COVID 48 2023-9586. I don't see how they could avoid it. Now, initially when I read through this article, by the way, which is linked in the description, so you can go check it out, just in case. Because I don't think, listen, a pandemic started in Mars, it's not going to be a damn mask that's going to save you. I just don't see that. Maybe a full body condom. That might work with a little lubrication. Now, as I was saying, I digress. When I first read the article, I was thinking, oh, you people in Utah, you are all fucked. If you live in Utah, the plan right now is that when these tubes come back, they will land somewhere in Utah in the desert. So Utah is like ground zero. Ground zero. The Fort Knox of Mars specimens will not be built in Utah. At first I thought that made more sense, right? And, the less it has to travel throughout the damn United States, the less the chance there is of a COVID 49,008. There really is such a reduced amount of threat. Not for the people in Utah, but everywhere else. But no, that's not good enough for them. They're not going to just drop it off in Utah and keep it nice and safe there. No. They're going to pick it up, and they're going to take those 15 samples to Houston, Texas. So now all of South Texas is fucked. All the people in Utah are fucked in 10 years. Like, you might as well start selling your houses now. Just move away. Move away from the coast. Move away from the desert. It's a done deal. NASA has sealed the future of the property value in your area. You might as well just go. Because the fish are going to have like 10 eyeballs. All the lizards in Utah, they're going to have like 10 tails, 5 legs. It's all part of this new biology that's going to be coming in from Mars. Because we need that sample. We need to know. We need to know really badly. Listen, I have no idea what the hell is going to happen with this, but that's the plan. And like I said, unfortunately, I live in Texas, but Houston area and Utah, there might be some protests about this. Because, 10 years from now, are people going to forget about COVID-19? Probably. But there's going to be a few whose lives were severely impacted. Not like folks that got a little bit ill and then, recovered after like 15 shots. There's people who are related to folks that might have passed away because of this pandemic. And now we're going to be bringing biological matter, possibly, from Mars. So I don't know. It's a tough call. But by their own admission, they do not have the ability to contain all of the microbial life that they deal with in their own, encased systems that have been in play for a long time. So how are they going to protect us from all the crazy shit that they bring from Mars? I don't know. I have no idea. It's going to be something else altogether. But we'll see if they can get this one together, because our lives are at stake. Sylvia Brown predicted before she died that there will be a second coming of a similar virus like COVID. She apparently, in a book before she died, she predicted COVID, and she predicted it will repeat itself again, come back even stronger. Maybe it's a Martian COVID. Maybe that's what's coming. I don't know. The link is in the description if you want to read a little bit more about this, or you could wait 10 years and move out of Utah and Houston and just wait and see. Wait and see if you'll be a victim of what's coming. I'm pretty sure they're going to fuck this up. I can almost bet on it. Like I said, it's a short episode. We got one more story to talk about. We'll make it 30 minutes. But let me give you some of this shitty music that you love to hate. Stevie Wonder says, hey, did I miss out? No, you didn't miss out on anything, Stevie. I mean, if you are the actual Stevie Wonder. No, actually, what's going on in Houston? Listen, in Houston, there will be a pandemic in 2030. Well, you have to rewind this or go to the link in the description to figure that out, because we're moving on to the next one. The next story regarding Martin Robinson. Martin is a big ufologist. He's been around forever. Like, he literally started one of the biggest UFO research organizations, community, whatever the fuck you want to call it, out in the UK back in like late 1970s. Like, how does Martin look so fucking good? Look at him. He literally looks like he's not a day over 40. I don't know. Let me just make this a little bigger. Oh, yeah, he looks fucking old. Anyway, Martin says, hey, there is an alien agenda. This is a real thing. Don't get it twisted. Aliens are not all happy-go-lucky. For fuck's sake, we've been saying that on this podcast forever. They are not happy-go-lucky. They're not all here just to bless you by curing your diabetes, getting rid of your cancer, or lightly stroking you to sleep. No, they are not here. According to good old Martin, he says that while there is a large proportion of UFOs that can be explained away as having natural explanations, which is really fucked up, I hate that. He says there are still that remain, that 1%, that him and the rest of his colleagues all over the world, all you ufologists out there, that we're trying to get to the bottom of. But there is no doubt that the UFO enigma is real. It's been with us throughout time. But he says, listen, there's an agenda. You can't really say they are peaceful due to thousands of the UFO abductions that happen worldwide. Can you argue with him? All you people that say, gumdrops and jelly beans every time you hear about a UFO alien, all the Greers of the world, CE5 the peaceful aliens that want to heal you. Martin Robinson is right. There is just no way that the entire universe, that only the hairless monkeys on planet Earth are violent, that we're the only ones that want to kick some ass all the time. So be careful what you wish for. Don't be calling down aliens just because you feel that you need a good probing, because that's not a good reason to do it. Come on. You guys, let's be honest. He's right. This guy's written 10 books on UFOs. He says the most common alien is the little grays, which I call graylians. Let's just put it all together. It's a gray alien. Call him a fucking graylian. He said there are small childlike creatures about 3 or 4 feet in height with blue-gray translucent skin. Large pear-shaped eyes and inky black wraparound eyeballs. No sign of any genitalia. I just don't understand why anybody wants to talk about them not having any nuts. That's kind of strange to me. Like, nobody cares if they have genitalia or not. Only if the probings go that way, then that could be an issue. But the fact that they don't have genitalia, I think is a plus. You don't want to be like abducted by a little graylian with, gigantic testes. You don't. That's it's pretty ugly to me. Don't do it. Anyway, listen. The truth is, he's right. We can't go into this universe blindly, thinking that everything's hunky-dory, fantastic. Martin Robinson is saying what there are a few ufologists out there who are saying the same thing. Don't be dumb. Don't be an idiot. There's no way your universe is completely peaceful. The universe is chaotic. And in that chaos, I'm sure that there's evil. Not just on planet Earth, in the universe. So when you hear about people getting abducted, I don't think it's a peaceful alien. I mean, really, didn't he ask permission? Did they? Did they, send you an invitation, an invite into the probe room? No. Probably not. And honestly, a lot of people that recall these experiences are not exactly happy to recall them. They didn't give them a bunch of cake and big sandwiches and shit like that and, bring out the disco ball and play their favorite music. No, they didn't wine and dine them before they probed them. So there is a bit of evil out there. Or maybe we are just too far down on the evolutionary scale for them to give 2 fucks about whether or not they hurt the little humans. But Martin Robinson is 100% correct. He says a lot more things in the link in the description. And there's a lot of people out there who don't have great experiences. Now, there is a gentleman which I've been in contact with who wants to appear on the podcast here on the YouTubes to speak about a person that he met that wrote a book who has passed away since. But this individual claims to have traveled the solar system with aliens. And again, there is a bit of, this experience that it's almost biblical, peaceful loving aliens But even in this particular individual's experience, he did tell of certain aliens that are not exactly friendly, not exactly hip with the human agenda. So hopefully, sometime in the next 2 weeks, we'll get him on here to talk about this writer and his UFO experience and the reasons why he was so attracted to this individual to still be promoting his work and his experiences. So it'll be an interesting interview because we got another truth, right? I mean, we're never going to find it all in one place, sadly enough. But Martin Robinson, he's on to something. This is the end of today's episode. I thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys, especially you guys who are live on YouTube, who are catching on to this. Hey, listen, the YouTubes is going to continue to expand on episodes. I am going to start cutting down the audio-only versions of the podcast, only because it's easier just to have it in one place. And with that, we'll come along and we'll have more additional episodes on the YouTubes. Just to make things a little simpler for getting the word out. And as always, we are live on YouTube, so anyone that wants to join in, all you got to do is send me a message while we're live, and I'll send you the invite. If you want to share your story or you want to share something that someone else told you, you can feel free to chime in, and I will send you the link, and you can tell it live here on the YouTube channel of the Tempest Universe. With that, I say goodbye, and I'll catch you guys shortly. Ciao.
I don't give a damn, I don't really care about you and your problems, I don't give a damn. You talk way too much, I have heard enough about you and your problems, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to France, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time, I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, dreaming about Cadillacs. Buying new shoes, hanging by the pool, sipping on Coke and Jack. Calling my phone when you feel alone, but I'll never call you back. 'Cause I ain't got time, I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. I don't give a damn, I don't really care about you and your problems, I don't give a damn. You talk way too much, I have heard enough about you and your problems, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn, damn, 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 damn. You're mad at me for not giving you comfort. You say that I'm away so much and now you don't feel the way you felt when we were